What is up, guys? In today's video we have another inside the mine style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of Fortnite's new exotic and mythic weapons, because as of the time I'm recording this, I'm not quite sure when I'm going to post it, but they were added yesterday as of the time I'm recording this, so they're still very new. I'm going to be going Meadows this game because it has been my favorite POI since chapter 6 started. It has a vault, which is quite important right now. And then also it's near the black market, which has the drum gun. And I really want to get the drum gun. I think it's pretty busted. So that's what we're going to do in this match, is try to make use of that. And yeah, so you need a dilbit to get the exotics and mythics. And that's why I was saying it. Like, the vaults are important right now. They've been important all season, but yeah. If you get your outlaw key card to legendary, you can just open the chest inside the bottom of the black market and get a dilbit right away. But I'm not quite at legendary yet because, like I said, it was added yesterday as of the time I'm recording this. Doesn't seem like there's very many people coming here, surprisingly. I would have expected it to be pretty populated. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I would expect it to be pretty populated just because Meadows typically was a decently populated POI. And the keycard challenge requires you to like do things at the vaults. You literally have to open vaults. You would think a decent amount of people are going to be landing here, or just at any of the vault locations trying to progress their keycard. What we got here? Gold ammo, not my greatest boon, but it is what it is. None of them hurt. Seems like that guy across the way was the only one that was here, so I'm just gonna try to rush the vault this game. If it seemed very packed from the moment I landed, then I would play probably a bit slower and more concerned about just like picking people off and capitalizing on their fights, but it seemed dead here this game, so I'm gonna take advantage of that and open the vault quick. Still gotta be careful though. You always have people rotating into the vault POIs later. Take this blue hollow twister. I prefer the burst to the hollow, but that amount of rarity difference is worth to me to take the hollow. And it's not like I dislike the hollow by any means. This for the thermite. And then also the black market outside this POI also has a golden pump, which is something I would also really like to have. I don't think there's somebody here. Oh, he's doing the vault. This is my pump. The second shot hit though. I wonder if I still get... Dang, bro. I wonder if I still get credit towards the challenge since this guy started the vault. I don't know how that works. Would have liked to have had shockwaves there. If I had shockwaves and saw he was like doing the vault like this already, I would have just like shockwaved through the wall. Came in like the Kool-Aid man and got him. And I do want to kill as many of these guards as I can just to progress the challenge. Also want to check these heist bags in the area. I'd really like to have the rocket drill. Nice. My recon scanner was so high value there. I knew that was a player, not a guard, because of how they were sprinting. And I just put that recon scanner in the bottom basement area before I came up. Can you mind your business, bro? I'm trying to get barrels. Okay. There was footsteps there. I think it was a guard though, and the guards despawn once the vault is opened. Miss out on getting that kill. Okay, I prefer big pot, or I prefer splashes to the big pots, but I only have 2 splashes. 1 big pot here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the splash to farm this quicker, since I'm probably just gonna end up buying big pots at the black market anyways. Probably should have saved that scanner. we get another one, that'd be nice. As I said before, these black markets are pretty high value right now. This week, take the bat. The black markets are often sought after, and people rat in them now, trying to wait for somebody to come in with dill bits so they can just get a free kill and then have the dill bits. So having that scanner in my inventory as I approached the black market would have been really nice. I should have saved it. But then we could just throw it down and scan the vault area or the black market area before we go in. And I basically have a free slot anyways because I don't have shocks. I could buy shocks here. If I only had like 2 shocks in my inventory, it'd be better just to carry the scanner and throw it down. And then buy more shocks. That 150 gold's no big deal. This area was definitely opened up earlier. I'm hoping that the drum gun is still inside. Somebody here? Might be footsteps up top though, because they're more east and this is... Or east as this goes. Okay, drum gun was untaken. So I really like this drum gun. I think it is insane. That's a good amount of recoil, but if you tap fire it in certain situations, you just completely nullify that recoil. And then what's crazy is you can do the canted setting, and then it has like no bloom. I mean, it has a little bit of bloom, but it's like incredibly accurate. And some people really despise the thermal aspect of it and feel like that ruins it. And you can use that canted setting to kind of negate that. For me, it's left stick when aimed in. It's unless you've changed it in your binds, it's whatever the default bind is. So on controller, left stick, on keyboard, shift while aimed in, and you will turn the sight off. And you could do that on the hollow twister and the striker burst as well. I forgot to buy big pots. I wonder how many splashes this AI had. Just 2. I don't really. I'm like so impatient. I like don't feel like going down here to buy big pots. Speaking of rats, I just left the black market and then this guy pulls up to sit in there. Nice, GG's. Told you, this drum gun is nasty. Is this chug full? Okay, yeah, we'll just take the chug. Oh, this is medallion. That's awesome. I like didn't want to like go down in there because I feel like I was wasting time and getting medallion. I'll take the splashes. People might disagree with that, but I enjoy the splashes more than the chug. I feel like the chug is so slow to start healing that in fights it can kind of be detrimental. Okay, but yeah, that worked out perfectly for me there. But it almost didn't. Like the just slight lapse and not buying big pots when I was initially down there led to me going down there again and getting caught off guard by that player camping there. And luckily they didn't hit a shot on me, but they very well may have. And so, yeah, whenever you're dealing with the black markets in this game, I feel like you just want to get in and get out and not have to go back in just for that very reason. There's a nuisance to be in. So see, I can turn the sight off in kind of those mid-range fights. The only thing that kind of annoys me, I'm probably going to change what my canted bind is because it makes me pull out my pickaxe because my pickaxe is bound to left stick. But if I did canted to something that didn't impact that, then I could just flip it on and off at will without unaiming, and that would be convenient in certain fights. Because like the thermal is no big deal. I think if there's an enemy down there and I want to beam him, I'm happy to have the thermal. But more kind of medium range, how zoomed in the thermal is can kind of cost you in some situations. With the hollow twister and striker burst, I never really cared to take advantage of the canted setting because I feel like the zoom on them is not like they're both very low zoom weapons. But with this drum gun, I think doing that in certain situations would be pretty helpful. Refill this car here. I basically have everything I want at this point. I do want to try that rocket launcher shockwave item more. As I said at the start of the video, I'm recording this a day after the items came out. And yesterday when they came out, I didn't really get to play around with them too much because it was like kind of like midway through my stream that they came out anyways. And I had a pretty bad headache yesterday, so I was just like not playing well as is. Like this would probably be a situation where I would have wanted to be in third person mode the entire time. Car is quite weak. And just push him. I have the sprint medallion, so... Okay, I don't know what just happened. I was gonna say I have the sprint medallion, so I can just sprint bash him out of this bush and then deal with him afterwards, but we'll push him out of the bush and into the sky. Anyways, like I was trying to say, I think the rocket launcher could be quite good. I just haven't been able to play around with it as much. So for now, I'm quite happy with what I have in my inventory, and there's not really much of anything else I need to do on the map, so I'm just traveling around looking for kills. Make sure I turn the thermal back on. Okay. I think initially when that guy was refueling, that would have been a situation where being in third person would have been helpful, but also if I'd bursted a little bit better, the recoil wouldn't have been as problematic. And you can pull down to counter the recoil, but the thing is, with the thermal being a higher zoomed weapon, your sensitivity is a bit lower, so I feel like it makes it harder to not necessarily counter the recoil, but if I need to aim lower than I'm currently aiming, counteracting the recoil enough to where I'm aiming just lower is a struggle. Like, I can keep the gun steady, but if I need to make adjustments while keeping it steady, that's where, like, problems come in. And it also has, like, kind of weird horizontal recoil at times, too. So, tap firing is quite nice. And I'm, like, tapping it pretty quick. It's not like you're losing much fire rate there. I don't know where these people are, man. Maybe go island. I don't even really care to capture the island. Or like eliminate Shogun X, but I kind of want to just try to shoot people out of the sky with the drum gun. If anyone else is going for it. Maybe we can see how fast the drum gun melts Shogun X. One problem with the drum gun that a lot of people will run into, though, not only is going to be the recoil. For people that struggle to control recoil, this gun is going to be really hard for you to use, I think. But also, the amount of medium ammo this thing runs through is going to be a problem for people that struggle with medium ammo. And I haven't had the struggles that some people have had as far as getting ammo this season, but I know a lot of people have been struggling to get ammo. So if you are someone who constantly finds yourself low on ammo, probably not going to want to use the drum gun. I think I just heard someone use the rocket shockwave over here. Don't know where they are, though. And they could be very far away now that they've used it. I think my car just, like, stalled. Bro, they always fight when I leave. Okay, I guess they're over here. Yeah. Down low. 130 damage. I'm gonna push him and kill him, and then the other guy will probably try to third party. Unless he's just full leaving. No getting away from the drum gun, man. Doing a little burst with the drill. The drill is really good for making little bursts like that, but if you're just trying to glide long time, like, it's very susceptible to getting fried. But as you see, every form of mobility in the game is susceptible to getting fried. That guy has the new rocket shockwave that a lot of people have been gassing as the best mobility item in the game. And doesn't even get to play the game because he launched himself straight up. But even if he had gone more horizontal, I think that the drum gun, if your aim is on point, just fries people out of the sky. I'm so bad with this. As I said earlier, though, I want to experiment more with it. I kind of understand that you want to like look behind yourself to launch yourself more forward. But to me, like, I feel like it's more picky than shockwaves are. Because shockwaves, I kind of just look, I throw it down and just walk forward and go. But this, you need to be more like severe, I guess, in how far behind yourself you're looking. It's an AI. Seven opponents remain. Interested to see how this plays out if rocket ammo gets nerfed, because one of the main reasons why a lot of people would rate this higher than shockwaves is the fact that it goes off rocket ammo. You can hold a max of 12, and a lot of people have rockets in their inventory that they're not using. It's like most kills you get, you're not going to refresh full shocks off, but a lot of kills on players, you can just full refresh rockets. But if you remember, about a week ago, Fortnite tried to reduce the max rocket cap from 12 to 6, I believe. And then they went back on that because of how it affected other game modes. And so we might end up having lower rocket cap shortly, and I wonder if that'll affect how people feel about this shockwave launcher. I'm not sure if any of these people are real, to be honest. You don't always want to just assume they're AI when they're not. The person that sniped him in the back is likely not an AI. Their brutal box card's a sniper. I'm gonna launch him up and then beam him, hopefully. I don't know where he went, but that was the play I wanted to go for there. I just didn't get the kill off it. I feel like that's a situation where having this rocket launcher and shockwaves at the same time would have been nice. I'm very happy to have the rocket drill in this zone, though, because it's very mountainous. In any mountainous zone, there's potential to just get knocked off with the bat, but the drill really counters the bat, and that's one of the reasons why I like having it. And then also, I really enjoy it as a mobility item. I kind of already touched on this already when I was back at the area fighting the player who had the rocket launcher. But if you're just going for like vast, wide open flying, you're very susceptible to dying. But if you kind of use it in short bursts and use it to get from cover to cover, I feel like you're not as susceptible to getting fried. Like right here, I'm just going to this building here. I'm not like full traveling the map in the sky. I was just going to this other piece of cover. And then even if I do start getting fried, we're chilling. Somebody on that, I think. Like high up on the mountain, it looks like. But yeah, if I want to just go straight at this guy, that's not going to go well for me. But any mobility item in the game, if you use it poorly, you can get eliminated. There's nothing in the game that just makes you invincible. Even the rift to go would probably be the most like insane example of that. Like you get shot out of this guy. Not happy with that arc. This is what I was saying. I'm just not good with this yet. I wish I kind of had shockwaves right here. Zone didn't favor him. I'm just going to go about my day. If I had shocks, I would go up there and fight him, but I just do not feel correct with this weapon yet. As I already said, I haven't used it very much. That's a situation where I really need to tap fire on that guy. I don't know where the other one on my right was. There's just two opponents. I'm kind of pinched between them though, so this isn't good. I'm hoping to be greedy here and get beams on this guy and then go to zone afterwards. The safest play would just be to go to zone now. Because like I said, I don't know where that guy on my right is. Why did I not? Is it only if you shoot it at the ground? Don't see him. Let me get this car for the added cover. There's somebody. That's good though. Basically, it's a 1v1v1 and I don't really know where either of them are at the moment. I just want information without giving up much HP or timing. And so getting that intel on this guy without really losing much life. Great. Unfortunately, I lose my car. I think that car is pretty dead now. The other one's over here. Full broke shield. If he gets zone, I'm going to go to him. I'm going to go to him anyways, I think. Oh, yeah, he did get zone. Nice. He's going to be decently healthy by the time I'm here. But taking advantage of that 200 damage was nice. I also think I could have just full killed him with the drum gun if I was a little more better with it at the moment. Like, again, I'm very new to both these items. And then also my rocket shockwave, I think, could have been better as well. But both those things, I think, just comes down to time and familiarity. But getting that damage on him and then taking advantage of it is huge. Because you see, now I have zone. If I just kind of let that 200 damage go, then I'm coming from there. This guy is zone, and then there's somebody on the other side as well. Like, getting those kills when you can is so pivotal. GG's. If you're this guy here, you need to just not take damage. I don't know if zone had popped yet to where he would know where it is, but especially if he has forecast, all he needs to do on that zone is just not take damage, and then his situation in the game gets much better. But the fact that he had best spot and zone and took a lot of damage, like, he's definitely getting pushed. But that is going to be it for this video. Wasn't the greatest game, but I think I'm still going to post it just because it was decent-ish, and I got to talk a lot about kind of my initial thoughts with the new weapons and how I want to play the map with them being in the game in terms of, like, going to the black markets and stuff. But I'm definitely more excited to play more with both of those both those weapons, the drum gun and the rocket launcher. I feel like my familiarity with them at the moment is like a 3 out of 10, and they're already quite good. And I think as I get better with them, it'll just be even more insane. But let me know what you guys think of them down in the comments below. Which new additions are your favorite? And if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.